In Japanese culture, there is this element of like study one thing thoroughly and know 10,000 things. That's kind of the foundation of this dojo. And so I tried to follow what Chiba Sensei did, to do what Chiba Sensei wanted done. One thing that Chiba Sensei said that struck me about Aikido is that in other arts you learn harmony to dominate. In Aikido you learn harmony just for the sake of harmony. I throw you 4 times, and then you practice going with that force. And then we switch roles. It's a studying of like how to use force, how to conduct force, and then really how to receive it. For example, it's very natural when I throw something at you, whether it's a baseball or like an insult, for you to be like, to contract, right? Or to be like this, or in your mind, you're like, but what would it be like if you didn't do that? If like you saw something coming at you and you either let it go by, or if it was an insult, you weren't attached to it. So in some physical way, like Aikido is pointing to that. Every time I step onto the mat, I bring my entire history of prejudice, of bias, of opinions, because I had this happen to me when I was a kid, or this fear that lives in my body. And then I work with somebody else who has their entire prejudice, their bias, their fear, their tension in their body. And sometimes it's like a time bomb. It's like, boom, it comes together like that. But then sometimes there's a mutual passing through where these two people can kind of like see each other. They can kind of exist for each other in a way that's not just about like trying to dominate. But it starts, I think, with every person coming in here, wherever they're at, whether they're like trying to seek themselves or not, or they're just trying to get in shape, it doesn't really matter. But each person has a certain kind of individual growth. You can feel it, there's like a weight. And the dojo itself, it goes up just by that fact alone. Something very powerful happens. So any student that gains something or knows themselves better will interact differently with different people in the world and enrich their lives, and that will spread. There's a lot of people here that really, they put their guts in this place. One is that I demand it, and sometimes you walk into a church or cathedral or a temple that's been around 100, 200 years, and you feel something incredible in that place, and you kind of go, why is that? And then you realize like thousands and thousands and thousands of people passed through that place and poured out their guts or their heart, or like really come to something in that place. Let's make this place like that.